Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a giant of a topic. We're trying to distill the essence of Kyoto, the cultural and historical heart of Japan.
It's a huge task. I mean, we're talking about a city with over 2,000 temples and shrines. It's almost an overwhelming amount of history.
It is, and that's our mission today, to cut through all that noise and give you the essential insights you need to really get this place.
And you have to start with its global importance. The Historic Monuments of Ancient Kyoto World Heritage List, it's not just one or two places. It covers 17 locations.
17?
Yeah, 13 Buddhist temples, 3 Shinto shrines, and a castle. It's basically a living museum of Japanese civilization.
And what's so surprising, really, is why it's all still there.
Yeah.
So many Japanese cities were, devastated in World War II, but Kyoto was largely spared.
It was. And that decision changed everything. The sources show it was actually on the list of potential targets for the atomic bomb.
It was removed from the list, though. I read that was partly because of one person, the U.S. Secretary of War, Henry Stimson.
That's right. He had an appreciation for its cultural significance. So this incredible preservation, this vast concentration of cultural properties, it might have come down to one person's intervention.
Wow, an act of cultural preservation in the middle of a war.
Precisely. And that's really the starting point for everything we have the privilege of seeing today.
Okay, so let's dive into that heritage. Let's start with what I think of as the iconic trio, the 3 sites that just scream, Kyoto! First up, Kiyomizu-dera.
The Pure Water Temple, founded way back in 780 AD.
And when you see it, it's the architecture that hits you first. That enormous wooden veranda, the stage.
It really looks like it's floating. It's built on these huge wooden pillars, 12 meters high.
That's like 4 stories up. But the fact that just blows my mind, the one I kept reading, is that the whole thing was built without
a single nail.
Not one. How is that even possible?
It's a technique called kakizukuri. It's all interlocking joints. The pieces are carved to fit together perfectly, which actually gives it flexibility.
To withstand earthquakes and things like that.
Exactly. It's just staggering engineering.
And the culture around it is just as fascinating. The temple is built near the Ottawa waterfall, and people still believe its water has healing properties.
But the wildest thing has to be that old expression, to jump from the Kiyomizu stage.
Which today means, to take the plunge, right?
Right, to make a big decision. But it comes from a literal Edo period practice. People would actually jump from that stage.
We're kidding.
No, hundreds of them. They believed if you survived, your wish would come true. The practice is banned now, thankfully.
That is insane. Quick practical tip, though. If you go early. The streets leading up to it, Senenzaka and Ninenzaka, they become absolute traffic jams of people by mid-morning.
A very good tip.
Okay.
So from piety, let's shift to power. Nijo Castle.
A UNESCO site built in the early 1600s. And this wasn't a temple. This was the residence for the shogun, Tokugawa Ieyasu. It was all about projecting power and security.
And the history is just incredible. It's where the Tokugawa shogunate began, and it's also where the very last shogun declared its end in 1867.
A bookend to a whole era. But let's talk about the security, the nightingale floors.
Ah, yes. Just ingenious. The floors were deliberately built to squeak. There are metal clamps under the floorboards that rub together when you walk on them.
So it sounds like a bird chirping.
Exactly. It was a perfect alarm system. No one could move through those halls silently.
And that physical security was backed up with psychological tricks, too. I read about the paintings.
Oh, the symbolism was so important. Rooms for unwelcome guests had these huge, aggressive tigers painted on the walls.
Sending a clear message.
Absolutely. While rooms for allies had peaceful scenes, mountains and flowers.
That kind of high-status design leads perfectly to our third icon, Kinkakuji, the Golden Temple.
Or Rokune. Originally a retirement villa for a shogun, then it became a Zen temple.
And it is dazzling. The top 2 floors are literally covered in gold leaf.
It's a statement, for sure. A symbol of power, but also this idea that worldly magnificence can lead to spiritual rebirth.
Aesthetically, it's just perfect for photos. The gold reflects off that pond it sits on, creating this perfect mirror image.
But what many people don't realize is that the structure you see today, it's not the original. It was rebuilt in 1985.
After a monk tragically burned it down, which actually gets at a deeper idea in Japanese aesthetics, right? This idea of beauty in things that don't last.
Exactly, the idea of transience. And a fun little takeaway from Kinkakuji, the entrance ticket you get is actually an amulet for good luck.
A souvenir and a blessing. I like that. So moving beyond these huge structures, let's talk about the living traditions. You can't really talk about Kyoto without talking about Shodo, the tea ceremony.
No, you can't. Kyoto is its spiritual home.
Oh.
And it's so much more than just making a cup of tea. It's a highly ritualized preparation of matcha.
And it's interesting how it's being framed now as part of health and wellness tourism.
Well, it makes sense. The whole atmosphere is designed to be calming. You're meant to find this inner silence to leave your worries at the door.
And there's a deep philosophy behind it, right? The 4 concepts.
It's all about cultivating the mind and soul through wa, which is harmony, ki, respect, sei, purity, and yaku, which means tranquility.
It sounds incredibly deep. And the dedication. Our sources said it can take a host decades to master the art.
Decades. You have to study philosophy, aesthetics, calligraphy. It's a lifelong pursuit.
But you don't need to study for 20 years just to experience it. You can book a ceremony in a place like the Gion district.
Yeah, absolutely. They offer shortened but still authentic ceremonies for visitors. Often you can even wear a kimono, which makes it a very immersive experience.
And that deep dedication to craft is everywhere in the city. It's been a hub for craft since, 794?
And it seems amazing modern revival. You have companies like Aso, a 300-year-old textile company.
They make the Nishijinori fabrics, the really luxurious woven ones.
They do, but now they're collaborating with modern designers and architects using these ancient techniques in super contemporary spaces.
You see it in the architecture, too. The old wooden townhouses, the mashiya, are being turned into these stylish cafes and guest houses.
Right, blending old world charm with modern comfort. Even ceramics, like Kiyomizu-yaki pottery. You have young artists taking traditional methods and just experimenting with them.
Okay, let's talk strategy. Kyoto can get incredibly crowded. Over-tourism is a real issue. So how do you find some peace? Let's start with the big one, Fushimi Inari.
The Thousand Gates. It's visually stunning. This path that goes for kilometers up a mountain, lined with over 10,000 red torii gates.
And you realize these gates are all donations. The shrine is dedicated to the god of rice and prosperity, and companies and individuals donate a gate to pray for success.
And it's a serious donation. A small gate costs around, $2,700 US? A large one can be over 10,000.
It's the ultimate display of capitalist devotion, so how do you avoid the crowds?
The shrine is open 20/15/47, so the trick is to go just before sunset. The crowds thin out, the light is incredible, and you can hike up to the Yotsuji, look out for a view of the city as it lights up.
Oh, and don't miss the Omokaru stone ritual at the bottom. You make a wish and lift a stone lantern top.
If it feels lighter than you expected, your wish will be granted easily. If it's heavier, you might have a struggle ahead.
A great little personal moment. Okay, what about the Arashiyama bamboo forest? Everyone wants that photo.
When everyone is there. It's beautiful but packed. The better option is to find the smaller bamboo grove near the Adashino Nimbutsuji temple.
You have to pay to get in.
A small fee, yes, but that's what keeps it quiet. It filters out most of the crowds.
Yeah.
And while you're there, find Otagi Nimbutsuji temple.
What's special about that one?
It has over 1,000 small, whimsical statues, all covered in moss. It feels a bit magical and almost nobody goes there.
And if you just need a total break from the city?
Take the train to Uji. It's about 30 minutes away. It's the city of matcha, really peaceful, and home to the Bujin temple.
The one on the 10 yen coin?
The very same one. A perfect day trip.